feel paralyzed. Now I know it's over. I see you passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body, a ghost town, feels like someone cut out my tongue. I didn't know a heart could die this young. Oh, now when I look in your eyes, I feel paralyzed.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome one and all. Woo! After that first match, I am pumped and hyped of what's happening here tonight. Tonight we've got an epic match, a nice one lined up for you guys. We've got Psychosis Synergy versus the Avengers. I mean, not the real Avengers, they would pretty much be OP as hell. I mean, the Avengers esports team. Phenomenal teams, gonna fight it out tonight. And we are joined here tonight by our co-caster tonight, going to be Jube1404. How you doing, buddy?
What's up? The real reason you guys are all here is to hear my voice. We know this.
Oh yes, oh yes. Mr. Ego Chow.
The biggest ego in South Africa, according to most people.
Oh, that's good. It's good to have that ego.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so we've got Psychosis versus the Avengers.
The Avengers, yeah.
What's your take on that?
I think it's going to be a good game. They're both teams. That's the best way I can put that. But it'll be a good game because Psychosis, you never know on the day. They're a very strong S&D team, and you know that's their bread and butter. So they have to come out swinging on that and hopefully try and take that one of the respawns, be able to get it at least if it's going to that game 5. And the Avengers, I can't say we saw much. We did play against them, but we 3-0'd them in quite a quick fashion. So I haven't really seen them much, but I did see some good rotations and stuff on them on the HP. So I think the match to decide it will be whoever wins the first HP is going to win the series. Unless Avengers take the first map and it goes to a map 5, then I think they can. Then it'll go to Psychosis. Like I said, that strong S&D team.
All right. So just sorting out the teams, sorting out what's gonna go for what's happening.
Not a problem, yeah. Always fun trying to sort out hosts and other people and all different things. We know the joys of trying to play Call of Duty competitively. So have you been able or had the opportunity to cast a game of Avengers as of yet?
I have indeed. I'm gonna lie if I tell you the exact scores and the exact movements that I saw, but I'm sure these teams will be going big. C2 has just joined us. We will be joining on Lynch Psycho as the host. Let's take a quick look at Lynch Psycho.
As far as I understand, you are going to be hosting.
Am I going to be hosting?
Just off of what I'm reading in the group right now, I think you will be hosting.
All right, yeah, it seems like I'm going to be hosting.
Yeah, so looking forward.
All right, perfect. Let's get that going. Let me just let Lynch Psycho know. Okay.
Yeah, looking forward to definitely. I think the player to be watching out in this whole server as an individual, I definitely might also be on C2.
Okay,
Very
C2.
good, very good, strong individual performance. Every time I've seen him play, was very solid there. So definitely something to be watching on the map. And then, like I said, the whole side on Psychosis with that S&D going to be very interesting.
All right. And players like Apollo and Helix.
This is coming out with the rest of the Avengers squad. Apollo, if I'm not mistaken, he did quite. I think he did better in the S&D than he did in the HP against us. Like his respawn didn't look as solid as S&D. Is quite a good S&D player, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Could be the other way around, but that's as far as I remember it. So he's definitely the one that's going to have to try and step up for that for his team in the match against in those S&D rounds like we're talking about.
All right, awesome. So I'm just trying to get all these things sorted. I'm getting dropped on the spot by hosting and everything. So let me just get everything sorted.
No problem. Yeah, at least we know you got a good, reliable host, and we were on at 8:30 like the teams are supposed to be. We should have all been online already at 8:30 according to our tournament manual that we were given. So we can have a ping test be already in, but I guess we'll be starting a bit later than tonight.
It seems like we will be starting a little bit later indeed, but not that bad. We'll be sorting out everything quickly. I'm sure this match will be going swiftly, and we're going to have some fun, have some good content going on. So I'm sure it's going to be lacking, man.
Oh, definitely. And do we have the map pool and the map list so far for the game?
I do indeed have the map list. It is going to be... Hold on.
Putting it up onto the screen.
Hold on. Did I put it up on the screen? That is not the right ones. Oh my lord. Nope. I do apologize. That is not the correct ones. Let me just take that off. Alright. So we've got Psychosis versus the Avengers. Drop that in.
While you're working on that, what's the maps that you can think about? And I'll explain to people what the different points of the map, which side you want to spawn and stuff like that.
Alright, awesome. So first map going to be the hard point on Apocalypse. Ugh.
Okay, the absolute worst. Okay, no, Garrison's the worst, but the second worst map ever made. Apocalypse is just a revolting map. Don't know why it's here, but we have to do it. I don't know why Slums was released like at the end of the season, one of the best hardpoint maps ever in the Call of Duty history, but it will be quite cool to see. So Apocalypse, you want to start off on the side spawning in Temple, just so that you can contest or take some time with that P1 and hold that big money hill on P2 because of that points that they have. You have the jump up wall that people come through. You have front where you have that little guard heady looking through the window that you can just have a person posting up there, one person posting that jump over, and someone holding that flank. It's only those three angles, and it's hard to break either one because of there's so many different little angles. So in this map, you want to try and chain P1 and P2 together, and then 3, 4, and 5 is a very, very strong rotation. It's one of the best ones in the map in the game if you're able to actually get control of it. So if you get that spawns on the opposite side of the map then and going into P3, you have such a good advantage for your team. Because you have the spawns for that, and you can keep on flooding that you'll be able to get there first. You can chain that together. I've seen teams take a full 180 or 150 points off those three just because of having spawns and just keep continuously flooding a hill. So it'll be very interesting to see how they play the spawns on this map. I think it's one of the ones that are even more important than any other HP. Obviously, it is one of the most important things in all types of maps as well. It is a really good thing, and that's where you want to be.
Well, Apocalypse usually, I could be proved wrong, and but usually Apocalypse would end up in either a full-on domination by one of the teams. It's never a close match. Yeah,
that's very uncommon to have that close map. The only time I can say I've really seen it is if you get someone doing like they contesting P1, so it's only a 10-point difference, and then a team holding a full P2 getting 60, so they're 60 points in the lead. Then P3 getting contested, P4 getting contested just because of how spawns on how they're flooding it, and then P5 being a hard hold again, your money hill getting a full 60. So that's the only way, but it's not a very common thing. If you look in the CDL teams, obviously when you have pro players like that, your results are skewed, because a pro can always make a play. It's the same thing here. We have one player that can just make one crazy run, break a hill by himself, and get spawns for his team. So I'm also expecting a one-sided map, but I would love to see a 250 to 248 contest on that final P1 hill.
Oh, for sure. It's going to be epic. Going on to the second S&D, going to be an S&D on Miami.
Okay, let's throw some controversy at you. One of the better S&D maps, in my opinion. No one likes it because it is such a big map, but I think it gives so many more opportunities. It's not like you take a standoff, you take a express, you take all S&D maps that you have right now. It is very S&D, SMG dominated, when SMG can make its plays, get control of everywhere that you're looking and everywhere you want to be. They are able to make their plays and do their things. Where you take Miami and these long-range gunfights, you have someone jumping onto the bus and spawn, cross-mapping, watching the cross onto beach. You have people taking these long-range gunfights all the way. This is the map that I wish we could see a sniper on. I think you'd have some great angles, some great warbangs and spams, as well as having such good spots that SMGs fight, like that top and bottom piano control in Garage. There's so many nice angles that an SMG can play like a little creddy and take the one. So it will definitely be interesting to see. I'm excited to see how Psychosis will do on that map, being a good S&D team. That is a map that I think doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter who's the best team on that map. It comes down a lot to those aim duels and that long-range gunfights. That you're hoping to take the one. So it'll be very interesting to see how they play that, if they're going to keep their structure and be the better S&D team, in my opinion, from what I've seen so far. Like I said, I could be proven wrong, but I think it'll definitely be interesting to see them there.
All right, yeah, no, the chat's going wild. Apoc these lips. Christopher saying, I heard Panther went 35 for 13 with 2 minutes and 3 seconds on the HP in the previous AEL game. Thoughts on possibly one of the best flexes in the scene on his day. What?
That sounds really good.
Well done. Reverse saying, want Psychosis to win, need a rematch against Avengers because we choked super hard. Well, it happens. It happens. And Jib, you guys
definitely.
are going over to the losers bracket now.
Yes, we are. It would be nice if we can get our full team together and not be playing with substitutes. but I don't think that'll be a possibility now. Everyone, like I said earlier, was explaining that we got a lot of people's work schedules and everything moved, so they were able to play over the weekend, and then due to the teams voting to play the alpha instead of the tournament, it is a situation where we don't really think we'll be getting our teammates. And our team has been dominant for whoever we play against whenever we have our full team, so it would be nice to have that, but unfortunately not. So yeah, we're just gonna have to make do and do our best, try and make that losers bracket run. I know tomorrow we have different subs because the subs we had today can't play tomorrow, so it'll be like every day we'll have a new team. It'll be fun.
That will be exciting to watch. I can't wait for your match. Let's see if we can get everybody in. We've got Panther in as well. We've got Dizzle in. Let's get everybody on their respective teams. Only waiting for one more. There we go. We've got One Header, Weasel, Darth Kader, Dizzle in the lobby, Helix, Apollo, C2, and Panther as well. We're gonna have an epic match. Oh yes, indeed. Let's quickly go through the last few matches while we do our ping test.
Sure.
Let's quickly set that up.
If I'm not mistaken, from what I saw there, our third map will be a raid control.
Yes, indeed, raid control.
Okay, personally, I think the most balanced map for the control series. We don't talk about Garrison, so that's not even a map. But going into raid, between raid and checkmate, I think raid is the most balanced. The ones that you can see that attacking side take the win, but obviously still more favored towards that defense. It's very interesting. Control's always interesting to see how a team specifically plays, because there's a lot of strats that you can run with it, how you play the game, how you take control, and how you do things.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if people are giving up in playing for B. If you have people going straight off to, as you've seen a few times when you've hosted and stuff, like I just go sit in a team spawn and just hold their spawn to make them spawn on the opposite side of the map so they have to run further. Then you have teams that give up one side control to hold another thing, and or play in little nasty angles. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes into it. Raid is, like I say, the best one in my opinion, and I think this will be a good game with this teams. Like I said, it's going to be interesting with one team favoring that S&D and one team favoring the respawn. So control is like that mix between the two. So it'll be good to see.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be epic. I mean, going into the next hardpoint, going to be hardpoint on Moscow if we need to go to a fourth round. Hardpoint on Moscow. That's your favorite map, isn't it?
That personally, I think, is the best at the moment. Ooh, I don't know if I can say that, but it's one of the best hardpoint maps in my opinion. Purely because, again, it's one of those. It's more like a buy standoffs good on a SMD, because it gives those opportunities for positions where you have SMGs doing really well and an AR doing really well. So it's something that I really want to see. I really am hoping this game, or like off my predictions going to game 5, that's what I'm hoping for. Game 5 round 11 will be even better. But that Moscow HP is going to be an interesting one to me, because with how finicky the spawns are in that map, your team and your anchor that is going for spawns has to be very on point there. There's often times you can be sitting top PD, but someone else is bottom PD just one step further back than you, and you lose spawns even though you think you're holding it for your team. So it'll be good to see how much homework the people have done and that they practice and ready for that map.
Right, going into the fifth and final round, if need be, it's going to be a raid S&D. What do you think about raid on S&D?
So this is where we're going to see the old guns versus the new ones, because it's a map that everyone knows. Everyone knows raid. It's been talked about. It's one of the most iconic maps of all time. But it's also, you can't play the same way you played in Black Ops 2 as you can here. The game is different ways to play. So it's always fun to watch, to see teams that take in that mid control, trying to get that first pick through wall bangs and stuff like that. You don't have a sniper like you had before, where you can go for that, getting those picks and things. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, if it goes to that map 5, I do personally favor Psychosis in that position, purely because I've seen them on the S&D and that is their best. So I definitely want to see how that goes from there.
All right, awesome. All right, we just finished our ping test. Let's see what the players say regarding the ping on the host. So as soon as it is done and signed off, we will go straight into the first round. Apocalypse Hardpoint. It's going to be crazy. Chat's going wild. Donnie DeKirk saying, I'm just loving to hear my brothers. Christopher Johnson, Avengers just got the power of the Infinity Stones in their bones. And Captain Morgan asking, which bones? Reverse, this is Infinity War, the one where the Avengers lose. Oh my word. Tristan Krause saying, Panther is my hero. Aww. Alright, let's see if everybody's happy with the ping. And we can get off with the first match.
Oh, definitely. It'll be good to see. And I'm hoping it's going to be a fun, long game. Or it'll be fun also to watch just a nice, really strong showing from a team just take a quick 3-0 victory. So either a really long game or honestly full domination for a team that can go into confidence in the next stages of their tournament through that winners bracket run.
All right, awesome. Seems like Panther is ready. We're waiting on Psychosis to just ready up.
We know Psychosis prefers normally being on their host with Lynch Psycho, so making sure that they're ready and they're all happy with the ping here.
Okay, seems like they are ready.
Awesome.
And we will go into the first round for tonight. Well, without further ado, let's do this.
Definitely, let's go for it.
Yeah. Going to be an epic one. Psychosis versus the Avengers. Pew! Gonna be epic.
How about we're gonna have some psychotic Avengers? I think this is going to be a game. So as you can see on the other time, Avengers is starting on that favorite spawn. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Are they going to play 3 going onto that P2 to hold the push to make sure they keep that spawn off the break if they do flood that way, and then give up rather early time and retake P1, or if they're going to just go straight for that P1 fight? I think, like I said, this is going to be the map that's going to really set off the game with who I predict who's going to win off of whoever wins this map.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, take a look at Panther going on that full push on the back of Helix. He's securing that route for P2 already. I mean, making sure that they keep that spawn. They're doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, definitely. And like I said, C2 is definitely a player to be watching out for in personal capacity there. Like I said, you got that first pick already off to a 2 streak, holding positions, just sitting there locking down that trencher side. Then it goes to a 3 streak and almost gets the 4 piece onto the man on point. He's just causing problems then, like we said, just going for that contest and a little bit of time now, making sure they're just keeping spawns for that money here on P2.
Helix, as well as his fellow teammates, sticking with that spawn, chalking those last few seconds on that mid, that first hard point. Dizzle gonna bite the Helix dust on that
Panther
left
does
side.
spawn out there, so that could be a split spawn coming in, but they are lucky that they still get the second spawns and they're having the temple control.
Whoa, great plays coming from the Avengers, keeping that spawn, getting that early lead. 27 points against 17, still counting. Just great plays.
Yeah, like I said, now as we were talking at the start of the game, now you see the one person holding front, one person focused on that jump over, and the person sitting in tempo holding that flank. Unfortunately, goes down as Helix. Here can be their break and get that 35 seconds on the time, and PSY is able to break through and break that P2 hold. That is a great sign to see for their respawn game mode.
One header doing a phenomenal job on that left flank, fighting against Panther bullet for bullet, trying to get that left flank cleared. Weasel going to push up. They're going to move on for that next spawn.
Yeah, now definitely Avengers is going to be one of being in that position that they're going to keep these spawns that they have now, so they can try chain that P3 through 5 kills like we were talking about. So it'll be interesting to see how long they can hold this, and if PSY is going to be able to do another clean break.
Dizzle on the back, but Panther's not having it. They do lose the spawn.
That's what we were talking about. So PSY's got their spawns now. If they're able to break and chain heal, so they're going to have a big lead, just like we were talking about that P3 through 5, how it breaks, but C2 is not having it. He's keeping them contesting, keeping them in control, and Pan is just holding the point. They're racking up time. But they are broken off that point again. PSY is breaking in at that 30-second mark consistently.
Doing a phenomenal job. Dizzle going big on that point, getting that point secured for Psychosis. Weasel keeping the point. Running that OBJ, goes out with the shot punches against Panther, but the trade-offs go out. Darth Vader back on that point.
And you see Juanita already setting up on the next, got the trophies down, holding it off for them. They got spawns, now they're just going to have to hold that front push, set up a big next and try and get P5 after that. And they're sitting very pretty with a nice big lead there.
Some great leads indeed. They've got a 71 against 63, almost a 10-point deficit for Avengers to keep up. But it seems like C2 is going big. Oh,
and like I said, he's very aggressive with that shot pump. So on a 3 streak now, he's going to start playing towards those streaks because he's got a nice position. They should be able to set up and hold the full 60, which isn't a common when you don't have the right side. So C2 going to be peaked by 2. You'll be able to get both gets the first, but not the second one. You see Apollo, this is just concentrate, and they were able to, the Avengers have been able to flip spawns, get that position so they can set up for that next P5. This is what we're talking about. This is where we knew it would be a close game. If it's these constant contestings and they keep on breaking and it's not going to be a solid game, that's going to be a quick runaway, which hopefully is a good sign that we can be looking forward towards that game 5.
Helix doing a phenomenal job, but one hater going out, taking him out on that point. He is on next. Can one hater keep this point going? Unfortunately not. C2 just too quick.
Definitely, and you can see again, Weezer and Apollo, both of them struggling a little bit. Hopefully they'll start warming up. They're going on that 6 and 10 and stuff. But we do have definitely some standouts. C2 and Helix holding up, slaying for that team, going 12 and 7, 13 and 9 respectively. And on the other side, you have One Dizzle and Darkader all already over 10 kills, which is good to see both teams being warmed up. I know Psychosis sometimes struggles with that, being able to get off the break, that they always struggle on that first hard point. So I like to see this out of them.
Definitely Psychosis doing a phenomenal job keeping this point in their hands, getting that deficit nice and quite nice and caught up as they will be breaking that 100-point mark.
Yeah, now both teams again, we're going to come in. It's going to be roughly the same points. They're now going into that next set of rotations. So we're going to see what the teams are going to change up. Again, Avengers has the spawn, so we're going to see how they're going to hold that. Will Psychos be able to break it again and be able to set up for that P2 after this low P1 hill?
Some great moves out from one header. Thank you to Lynch Psycho for the host. Much appreciated.
And again, we have it again that instantly Psychos is able to break it, get the spawn for P2, being able to go into this P1 rotation. It's they're doing really well as a team here. I'm very proud of them. It's not something that's often easily achieved to be able to break that spawn setup.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Breaking that spawn setup is a tricky one. Darth Vader going for that full flank. Going to be on the back of Helix. Takes him out on that point. Capturing a few scraps for the Psychosis team. They need to catch up just a little bit as they do have advantage on the next point.
Definitely, and if they can go set up that same P2 hold that they had after they broke it, that's going to be a big money hill for them. Hopefully they're looking to get that full 60, at least 40 seconds, 50 seconds, to be able to catch it up here. They are at about a 12, 13 point deficit, so getting be able to come back and take the lead for the game if they can just hold this P2 solidly.
Definitely Dizzle on that left flank. Panther going to be pushing up, trying to take him out, trying to get that full flank going around. You know, the Bulls' horns have to go around. Panther drops down. Helix drops down. What a play by Dizzle. Keeping that point nice and safe from the back spawn. I mean,
yeah, definitely. Dizzle with that double kill was the main situation that they're going to keep this full 60.
For sure. I mean, Psychosis doing phenomenally well in this round. If they can keep this, as you said, they've got a very strong S&D game. They might just secure the win if they just take down this match and then win on the S&D, and then we'll take them over to that final S&D and get
definitely. And look
secure
at
the win.
Juanetta. He just got streaks. He's on an 8 streak right now. The man is tearing it up. He's hitting every shot. He's taking every fight. He's full confident, taking and keep on going. He's on a 9 streak now. I'm on with him. Let's see if he can just keep this going. He's not losing a gunfight. It doesn't look like he's even taking damage. He's just peaking after peak after peak. The man is confident in hitting all his shots, and unfortunately he gets taken down there, but those streaks are so vital on that P5 hill for the rotations, or going on to P2 to break, or P1. It's such a good map for it, as a lot of the hills and most of the hills are not undercover like you'll get in a lot of the other maps.
Definitely C2 going on some streaks as well, but unfortunately Darth Kader takes him out, cancelling out those streaks. Darth Kader on streaks of his own, going big. 3 streaks already in the bag.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's, people are having a good game. Everyone's stepping up here. I'd like to see, again, Weezer and Apollo on both sides just stepping up a little bit more. Both them going 8 and 20 and 8 and 14, respectively. So, want to see what happens. Psychosis, they're trying to get set up for the next point, where they can get the win off the next point here. Weezer just holding chicken coop control completely, which is great to see. And the streaks are coming out, spawning them out there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get spawned off those streaks, so they're still going to be contesting it from the front, but they do only need 25 seconds remaining to get that one.
Some close games coming out. The Avengers fighting phenomenally hard, getting that point in their hands to keep Psychosis from winning. They can still get back into this, as they are not that far behind. Let's see if they can actually do this. What would they need to be doing on regarding spawns and rotations in this, because they cannot lose any more any more scraps.
Oh, definitely, and this is where we're talking about that setup. They have the spawn right now for this P4 hill, which they're contesting properly, and then you see on the outside there, Helix stepping up, getting that next position to try and get control of P5, but unfortunately Psychosis does break them there. C2 is going to have to go bigger and hold this P5 setup. They're going to have to break, and then if they do, it's going to be a phenomenally close game.
Apollo going in for the break.
Numbers now, they have to flood this. Darth Kader says, no, this is my point. He's holding it solidly. Apollo's going to have to challenge it now. They have to get the touch. Bad timings there between the two. Whoever wins that fight, Darth Kader and C2 from the back, but Psychosis is keeping the numbers advantage.
Ooh,
and
back.
Eventually, Avengers does break it down.
They are back, breaking the 200-point mark. They are still in this. 30 points is not going to make it, but it is going to bring them super close to fight for that last point.
Right now, because Psychosis got those 2 kills, you go for it. But in my opinion, because they couldn't win it, Psychosis should have just chalked that seconds now. They're spawning in the back now, so actually they need to. C2 has to hold this and contest it for long enough that they can't get the win, and then go set up next. They were lucky to do that, but if Avengers had actually focused on that, they got 2 in the next 2 set up already, they could win here. Now it's going to come down to whoever wins these fights on this P1 here. They're only needing 7 seconds on side of Psychosis. This should be a victory to them.
Psychosis getting those early points. They are taken out on the point.
Getting the double kill. This is going to go crazy. This is going down to why did I not say it was going to be 250 to 246 before the game? Let's see if my predictions will come through.
Score streaks going out. Psychosis back on the point. It is contested.
249.
They've taken out Psychosis.
Congratulations to Psychosis. My prediction was close.
What a match on Apocalypse. That was the closest match I've ever witnessed on Apocalypse.
Oh, definitely. And yeah, it's good to see both teams stepping up. So, but fortunately and unfortunately with that prediction, I'm going to say Psychosis is going to be taking this game 3-0 then.
3-0, you say?
Because 3-0 or it's going to go 3-2. Because as long as they can take that control, unless the Avengers have been working on the S&D, which, like I said, I don't know too much about them, but I know Psychosis, that's what they pride themselves on. I know normally their best is Express, so it'll be interesting to see where they go from here.
All right. Going into a S&D on... It's on Miami, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's on Miami.
Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one. I mean, you've got, as you said, it's a very SMG-driven map, and these players are on fire. Panther, as well as Darth Kader and Dizzle. some phenomenal players.
Yeah, like you're saying, those SMGs dominate that top piano and bottom piano, but the rest of the map you're gonna have to fully rely on your ARs. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they play the situation, especially in the defensive setups. Are you gonna just have that one AR that you're trusting to play that beach, and on the beach there they're going to be aggressive, get early boat control, and then you sit out there? Are they playing in the building there, and you're playing 3 on B? And getting control top piano. I'm hoping to see some bait switch setup, so one person on either side of top piano, like the 2 SMGs. Hoping to see some setups where they're taking garage control. I like seeing on this map where defense takes control to force the attack to go where they want, because it is an important thing in this map, especially.
Now, definitely some great things coming your way. Psychosis being strong on the SND. I mean, they have 1 point in the bag. They have the momentum. They've got a lot less pressure. They know they are confident in S&D. They are going big in this one. I can tell you now, it's going to be hard pushes, no passive plays, full send by the Psychosis team.
Yeah, definitely. But also, that's also when you can have problems running in with a team, because I don't want them going in too cocky in the game that they are like, okay, HP is our worst game mode and we beat them on it, so we should be able to just destroy them on S&D, and they go too cocky, and then that's when you lose it. So it'll be interesting to see. But from what I can see, like we said, that 2 people most probably going top piano, 1 in mid and 1 playing that A building. So like I called it, the 2 SMGs going towards top piano, going to see how they do it. 1 sitting on the other side. They have that bait switch setup. So like a standard round, like I called it would be. And Juanita getting that first blood.
Oh, one header getting his first one. Panther as well, taking out Darth Kader.
Bringing it back to a 3v3 situation. And it's very interesting. The Avengers have given up all control everywhere else. They're all 3 in the garage. Obviously, the other team doesn't know that. We're lucky we're able to see through the walls there. But Juanita coming around and getting that second pick and getting a third, putting himself a 3-streak, but getting shut down, now leaving Panther in a 1v3 situation.
Panther in trouble. They know exactly where he is. The callouts have gone out. Weasel, does he see him on the head?
That is what we call PlayStation 4 with no FOV slider. He does not have that full FOV that we are able to have there, and obviously being able to see him through the wall to give us that easier advantage. But now he's going to have to get that first pick and hopefully predict the next. He only has 10 seconds, which he has to plant with. Unfortunately, he's not playing this fast enough. He's not going to have time to get the bomb down.
Psychosis taking that first round, doing phenomenally well. Panther being left alone, unfortunately not being able to clutch in time. One header going big with this 2-piece.
Definitely, yeah. That's again, like we said, that Psychosis team, they're comfortable in the S&Ds. They're happy to take the challenges. Juanita obviously getting off a 3-piece, that's a great start to the game. He's going to be feeling confident. So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing on this attack. Do they just go balls to the wall, first flight on that A? Or are they going to just play that default, play for picks and that stuff on that first round when some people don't have trophies and stuff like that? So it'll be interesting to see.
It seems
Does
like
look like they're going that way.
It's going to be an A push. Weasel taking bomb, going around Tiki side. Can they do this? Will they have somebody set up on boat?
Well, look, as Avengers will have 3 people already on A. That's not a common setup that you see, so I don't think it will be expected by Psychosis here. If they can get that first pick on Apollo or someone there, they're going to expect the bomb site to be open and just flooded, which is where they can run into a lot of problems.
C2 will be having some visuals on one header. Will he be able to see him? First blood goes out to Apollo, takes out Weasel.
Definitely, Juanita still just doing well, just taking those long-range gunfights. He's feeling confident. He's hitting his gunnies. He's stuck on the boat, however, so I don't know if he's going to expect C2 all the way on the side. He's been fighting Helix. He does expect him there. He sees him. Will he be able to get that pick? Unfortunately not. So C2 just taking him for a bit of a pop. But, you know, it's fine. We got it down to a 2v3 situation. 20 seconds on the clock is what they're going to struggle with, especially with bomb being down on A side right there.
Tristan lost alive. Can he do this? It's 1v3. He's got 11 seconds. There's no ways he can push up to that.
Yeah, I don't back anyone in that situation. 11 seconds, he had to run across the map, has to get the bomb down. That's not something you're going to see happen almost ever.
GG's to Avengers, evening out the scores 1 point all. Just some great plays going on.
Yeah, like I said, that A bomb, they weren't expecting it. Like you saw, they fought that first guy on the bomb. He was able to get that first pick. If I'm not mistaken, it was Weasel. No, I don't know who it was, but he got that first pick, and then after that they just struggled. From there, they weren't expecting anyone else to be on that bomb site.
Helix doing a good job pushing up to that midsection. One Hater is the only person pushing out to Alpha, checking out, trying to get those picks and intel off. T2 on the heady.
And Darth Kate getting the pick from under the truck. It's a very common angle, so please, people, when playing League play, don't throw there when I'm going to shoot you under it. Just run away. Just truck, any trucks in this game is very strong, people. It's a very good thing ever to look at. Just prone, look under the trucks or look through the truck windows. It's very strong in this game. You get some good one-ways that often you can't see.
Some friendly reminders going out from Jube. If you ever play against them, make sure you watch out for those trucks. Darth Kader going up against Helix, takes him out.
I don't know how Darth Kader got to where he was, and let alone got out and back to bottom piano. That was well played. And he goes repick Apollo, leaving C2 in a 1v4 situation. So far, every game has went down to at least a 1v3 or 1v4 every round so far.
Some interesting things. One Hater knows he's there. He's not got enough time.
And Darth Kader, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the ace.
That might have
It
been.
had to have been. It had to have been because he had 0. They all died last round, and he wasn't alive. And he's on a 4 streak now. So yes, well done to him. Got the ace.
GG, got the ace. Nice work.
So definitely going to be playing his streaks now. I'm going to be watching him, see how he goes and plays. If he's going for those aggressive picks, try and get the streaks off the bat, or if he's going to be holding and playing try and hold those little ratty angles, let people come towards him. Especially a map like this, you can go get bombed down on A quick, and you have streaks. They're never going to defuse it.
No, for sure. Darth Kader pushing hard up to that bottom piano. He has changed his mind, or is he? No, he's going bottom piano. Playing very passive.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's also like a very risky play, taking piano control by yourself as an SMG and not having someone to trade, especially when you're on streaks. You want to have someone there that can set up for the trade. So it's very interesting to see how he's playing this. But a 2-2 split on this map is not the most common thing you'll see. Like, it's normally try and play for picks, but they are pulling that attention that they want. They are getting that rotation from Apollo jumping up to the half wall. If they peek from beach now, they're going to have a clear bomb site and get the first pick.
Ooh,
and they do
on
Ranetta
the
gets it
flank.
there. They should be able to get the bomb down, and you'll see they're going to be planting where it'll be able to be seen from the street. So their teammate will be able to drop back and then be able to sit on that driveway, be able to see the bomb across the map as well. They have the perfect setup.
C2 and Panther lost alive. 2v4. Can they get some picks at least? Panther lost alive.
And again, in a 1v4 situation.
This is an interesting S&D indeed.
That is very, very true. Panther trying to go get that pick on Dizzle. I don't know if he got the timing. He didn't. Dizzle was able, but he also had some friendly fire helping from that backside there. So that was a good game. 4 down, not one person dragging. You have Darth Kader on a 5 streak. They are playing this really, really well. On the defense here, this is where Kader should be able to set himself nicely, like in a top piano, bottom piano, garage, to be able to get those other ones to get the streaks.
Truly an amazing play coming from Psychosis. You might have called it that it's going to be a 3-0. But it's not over yet. Avengers still has some time. Panther taking bomb.
Oh, definitely. And the thing is as well, this is such COD is such a momentum-based game. If someone gets a double kill, triple kill, they just take a run. The momentum swings so much, and especially going into that control game, it'll be interesting to see how they play it.
Darth Kader pushing up, gets that one pick. He's at a 6 streak. He's almost got that artillery in the bag. C2 again, last alive, 1v2.
The odds are getting better. It was 1v4, 1v3. We've now got the 1v2, so it's getting easier for them.
They are learning their opponents very well.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the bomb is up there, top piano with Darth Kader. It does seem that he knows it's on the stairs. They're just purely based on where he's playing. So it'll be interesting to see how C2 get, and he does get cut off on that rotation.
Psychosis on some phenomenal momentum here as they are up their 4th point against the Avengers 4-1.
Definitely, this is the crucial round of this. Avengers have to pull something out here on defense, take that win to bring it back to the 4-2. Then they know they still have a chance going down 1-5 and putting.
Will Darth Vader take
onto...
bomb to get the streaks? No, he won't.
No, also that's a common thing that people say when you have it that you go, but Darth Vader's been playing around again. You see him go into that piano, he's feeling confident there. You don't want to lose bomb in piano, so he's not going to just drop it there. So rather give it to his teammate, try and let his teammate get something. Because obviously him being on a 6 streak and Dills are going 3-0 as well. They're both having a phenomenal game, or on a 3 streak as well. They are both having a phenomenal game. And Juaneta 7-3, the whole team is stepping up. Weasel's the only one going 1-2 there, but he is the OBJ player, so he's getting that bomb down and unfortunately getting sacrificed.
C2 getting first kill. One hater knows he's there. Weasel, the callouts are out. Will Weasel be... He doesn't know that he's there?
The person I'm focusing on right now is Darth KD. He's got a free bomb site. He knows there's no one on B right now. If they're able to get that bomber back around, they'll have a free bomb site. But it doesn't look that way. He is hitting that pinch. I don't know if he sees the person there. Panther unfortunately takes him down without getting streaks there on Psychosis' side.
That was a very, very, very fortunate thing for the Avengers. If they taking out Darth Vader on those streaks, they still might have a shot in this.
Oh, definitely. Now, especially like I said, it's just that timing. They go down, but they're able to get it down to 4-2 now. So you know you got a breathing room that if you do lose one round, you still got some space. So now they just have to keep that momentum, keep that confidence. I'd like to see like a fast B hit out of them here, like 2 flying top piano, get the trades, 2 going through the garage, get bombed down quickly, while they got their confidence in. But it doesn't look that way. It looks like they'll be going towards that A hit. Which is interesting. Again, it is something that they can completely flood. They hopefully get that first pick on the person playing top A building, and then get that bomb down quick and easy. Then it's a really good hold because you can't really struggle to do the retake on A.
One hater will be there watching out. He taking some shots on C2. Helix will be on boat. He does see one hater. One hater takes him out. What a play. 3v4.
Panther pushing very aggressive over there. When he had his teammate taking that gunfight top A, I would have expected him to jump on the bomb and get the bomb down then and there, purely because he knows that the default is normally one A player is busy and distracted. And now they're struggling because they've got all 4 people pinching from the back and the front, coming to do that split back onto A. Now they're gonna have to go big.
A big pinch coming in. Panther trying to fight his life. The trade-offs goes out. C2 takes out Darth Vader. Weasel takes out C2. It's a 3v2 situation.
Oh, definitely. Panther putting in a lot of damage. Unfortunately, not able to get that kill, leaving Apollo again in a 1v3 situation.
Oh,
and he isn't able to take that.
Going out. Psychosis on match point. The Avengers are in trouble.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Now it's that 5-2 situation. Now, especially as a team and in S&D, one of the best ways to always think of a round is you are going to be set up and it's going to be 1 round at a time. You're just focusing 1 round at a time the whole time. You're like, cool, we got defense now. This is our easy setup. Let's have some thoughts going in what we're going to be doing for our attacking round. So they do it. Let's just go 1 round at a time, hit that defense, go on, just keep going, keep going. It's not impossible. You can come back 6-5.
No, for sure. Some great things happening here in this match. Psychosis versus the Avengers. Psychosis up 5 against 2 on this second round. SND. Helix up on top of Darth Vader. Checks goes out.
Definitely a good movement from Helix to get away from that double nade. If he has the right timing, he should be able to get up and get a double kill here on both the players top. But they are expecting him there, so Weasel is pre-firing and Darth Vader with him.
Oh.
Helix getting one, almost able to get the second one. At least he's on the board. He didn't go for a 007 situation there. Again, in the blink of an eye, Apollo left in a 1v3 situation. Who would have guessed?
Psychosis on fire with some super momentum. This is not looking good for the Avengers. 28 seconds left for the plant. They're going on that alpha plant.
Yeah, Apollo gonna have to go from 1-7 to going 4-7, 1v3 after plant with on A, where you're gonna have one person, or they're not even dropping to boat, but a person sitting mid, person top A, person on A bomb. That's a situation. He does start off well, getting the first pick, but 25 seconds left. He's going back to mid. He's taking too long of a rotation. Yeah, he has to get the perfect fights at the perfect, most lucky time to get this, which unfortunately I don't think is going to happen.
He's getting closer to that bomb, but Dizzle as well as Weasel is sitting on that point. Gets the kill. Unfortunate. Psychosis taking the win. 2-0.
Definitely. Now with that 2-0 situation, this is where it's going to come down to... I would love to see the reverse sweep, or at least get to that map 5, which I said again favors Psychosis, just like we saw there, how dominant they are on that SMD. But I think, if anything, this is their best chance on the Avengers to go take it in this... take it on this control.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Going into the control, it's going to be an epic match coming up. Going control raid. I mean, control raid, taking a look at how Psychosis is playing, but also at how good the Avengers are in keeping up with them in their respawn game. What is your prediction on this control map?
I want to say, whoever spawns on attack side, if they win that first attack, they win at 3-1 or 3-0. If they don't, then it's going to come down to like a scrappy, hopefully round 5, 3-2 situation to either team. But definitely you have to favor the people coming in confident, people hitting their shots. So Psychosis in the driver's seat right now. It's all going to be to see if Avengers is able to regain and get their composure back to be able to step up and take it one map at a time for that reverse sweep.
Definitely some great things going out. Darth Kader saying they are ready. Just waiting on a ready from the Avengers. We've got a ready, and we are off to the matches. Starting it off, round 3. Psychosis up 2 points against 0 against the Avengers. Can they just close this match off in this third round?
Yeah, like we said, this is what we really want to see and go for from here. So let's see again. So yeah, this, like I was saying, Avengers on that attack side. If they are able to get that fast break and get the win here going on to defense, they're going to instantly be able to be in that confidence zone. It's all going to be now winning gunfights, playing their lives, and I want to see how their setup is on that defense and that attack off the break.
All right, let's take a look at what will happen. Avengers on the attack. Will they go split push, or will they go full send on alpha? It seems like it will be a full send alpha. One head on Weasel, keeping that Z nice and secure.
And then you can see Psychosis with that confidence, that aim in, taking the first three lives down. Now they're spawning out towards this B. Now do they flood it, or do they take control again? Panther is able to break control and get control of their Z.
One header just one step ahead of the players, rolling those streaks. Darth Kader on 3 streaks. They are doing phenomenally well. C2 finally gets a kill on it, getting some capturing done on B.
Yeah, like you can see, that confidence is full in for them. They're taking fights. Darth Kader is on a 4 streak. Everyone's sitting here double positive at the least right now. One edit now just breaking just normal positive, but they're all having a good game. And this game where lives are so important, that's exactly how you want to be playing it. They are able to get onto this B site, so it'll be interesting to see how they set it up here. Helix does give up control of that top cutout, so it'll be interesting to see. But they are getting a nice stack. They might be able to get B here off the bat, which could be a problem, because if they get this kills now, and now they get killed, they're going to spawn on A bomb. They're going to spawn on A side just based off where they are. As you can see, Darth Kader reading that early, pushing down that driveway so that he can set up the spawns towards B side. This is the easiest site to break generally, and they're able to bring it back from to 18 lives to 21. So this will actually become a more interesting game than I thought it was off the start.
Yeah, definitely some great plays coming out. I mean, taking a look at those 2 SMGs, 2 ARs, both teams. Luckily, no FFARs or MP5s.
Yeah, that's just bringing back some PTSD, but thanks to that. No, definitely, it's good to see how they're playing here. They are having some routes being run on their side, but unfortunately, they're just being kept on in their spawn. But they're just getting good timing. Weasel's just running behind them, and the next person stepping up, getting 2, 3, 4 kills. And Darth Kate on the 8 streak, he's got his streaks now as well.
Everything in the bag. He is taken out, but that is not enough. He's got what he needed.
Especially going into that attack side, it's something you definitely want. Or here, if they do break and get on A, for example, you can always just break it and go from there. It's such a perfect setup for them.
Definitely, but will he use those streaks wisely? I mean, we have seen other players use their streaks at entirely the wrong moment, you know. Will he be wasting them in the last 15 seconds?
Definitely, it'll be interesting to see, but they got the lives of 12 before. They definitely shouldn't be giving it up here, just playing for lives, playing for kills.
Oof, the double piece, 2-piece coming in from Darth Kader. 1 life alone. C2 trying to hold up his weight.
They're now sitting in that 1v9 situation. C2 does able to get that first pick, but he isn't able to go further from there.
Some interesting things going on. Psychosis grabbing that first point in the hands of Psychosis, and I mean, Avengers, they are just inching their way up. They had a great first round, getting that Bravo point secured nice and early. They just need to break through the Psychosis like brainwash that they're in.
Yeah, but a lot of people, what they struggle with is lives are important and all that stuff as well, but it's sometimes there's a person sitting in my spawn, no problem. You can give that up. Give up that thing. As you can see, Psychosis going for that fast B push with no one watching it. This is time that they can set up as all four if they just ran straight through with it and they're taken B instantly already. Like, it's such a good setup with that break because they didn't have anyone watching. Avengers is coming down, but Bonetta just holding that water still, getting a double kill, making it that this B point should be done within the first 10 seconds of the game.
Triple stack on that B indeed. Full push. It seems like Avengers, if I was Avengers here, I would have doubled back, set up on that Alpha, but they are just pushing super hard and losing unnecessary lives here.
Oh, definitely. And you just saw what who was that? I think it was Weasel, also almost getting streaks. They're just going off, like, people are just going insane. And don't forget, Dark Kader still has his streaks in the bag there, so he's going to be set up and ready for them when he goes into a fight.
Oh my word.
Interesting fact, C2 does not have any score streaks enabled, so even if he got it, he wouldn't have gotten it.
That is unfortunate. An unfortunate thing to have, as well as Apollo only having artillery selected.
Yeah, something, just little things like that you have to make sure you check. But yeah, Psychosis is absolutely dominating them, clearing them off that point. They only have one person on 8. They have set up their stack there.
Getting cleared out.
You see, this is again that pointless waste. They are 7 lives up. Instead of setting up that streaks, if they just sat as 4 people around to the point, they had them spawning water stairs, that point was taken, you didn't have to waste a streak.
For sure, Darth Kader trying to get back on that point. Apollo just keeping that point nice and secure, but the trade-offs go out. Weasel trying to push up onto that point, gets taken out by Panther.
The thing is, now I'm going to laugh really hard when Psychosis lose this attack round because they try to use streaks to be cool.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Using streaks at the wrong time is definitely a it's a very, very risky move.
Oh, definitely. But fortunately enough, Juaneta is there stepping up, getting the double kill. Weasel getting the third. If Panther can hold this to get his team back there, but I don't think he's going to be able to. He gets broken off. Now you just need that quick stack from Psychosis, and that's an easy point. You know they're spawning basketball. Come on, guys. You should know how spawns work. Just get on and stack. Like, this irritates me when people playing dumb Call of Duty. Like, I've been nice and I've been praising them and stuff, but like shit like that can throw you a game. You're playing against a team that outguns you, they team wipe you, set up and spawn, you get in a spawn trap, you lose the game. Like, that is where people are being too cocky. Coming from me, that was them being too cocky and having too much of an ego. They were going for fights and things like that. Like, finish off the game. Like 3-0 is better than having to go to a map 5 because you threw this one round because you're trying to get kills.
Oh, for sure. But Darth Vader still having that artillery in the bag. He can still use that. They only need this one round to secure the win for tonight's match. Let's see what they do and see how they can push up to this point.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we'll have to see what they're doing here. I don't know. They definitely seem like they're struggling. They're struggling on the side of the Avengers. You're gonna have to see how they get in. They do break it if they can get that stack from the start. There, it's quite good for them. C2 is going off, getting some good picks there. If they can stack that B and get it early, they have a chance to swap it out. They got the last advantage as well. But as I say, that 2 go down and it goes back to 27.
On the point, you go on to Dizzle. Weasel on money. Can he take him out? The double stack going in.
And C2 is doing quite well here, getting some kills, getting on that 4 streak. If he's able to get this pick here on Dizzle as well, and again, what people mess up, he was on a 4 streak. He just had to set on the point. You get 250 per tick there. If he got all of them, that's equivalent to quite a few kills. That's got you almost close there to getting streaks already.
For sure, but C2 not having those kill streaks in the first place, so it would have been semi-pointless on his side.
It could have been, but I would have loved to have a listen in with comms. Him shouting, guys, I got streaks. Oh, guys, I don't have streaks and equipped. Me as a teammate, I unplug my Ethernet cable and I'm out. Sorry, guys, my internet's gone. Walk away.
Sorry, let's phone our free host.
Oh yeah. Oh damn, it went off. But yeah, a good break there from Psychosis being able to break them out. C2 is getting behind them, being able to break them out of their spawn. That's 1 down. They're going to have to push through now. Unfortunately, no trades against Psychosis, just winning those gunfights, setting up in their spawn. So my prediction, like I said, coming in with that 3-0, I think is going to be coming to fruition.
Some great things happening. 1 minute left, 11 lives for the Avengers. They are very low on lives. They need to start playing very nicely. Helix going full out, trying to shoot walls.
That's where if I was Apollo and I saw him shoot in my team and shooting the wall like that, I'd throw a nade straight into them. I'm like, oh sorry, you stepped in the way. But Apollo also again struggling, going 4-24. I talked about him in the first game on those respawns, struggling there. Definitely something he has to be working on the personal side. Has to be working on his respawns. He did step up a bit better and doing on the S&D, but definitely something he has to be looking at is that respawn.
Let's take a look at Darth Vader coming on this big flank on the back of Panther. You will not see him.
That is just Darth Vader's map having some fun.
Unfortunate for Avengers. Psychosis taking this control match at 3-0 as well as taking the match in 3-0. Phenomenal play by both teams, but Psychosis taking the win. Unfortunately, there can only be one winner, and they are going huge.
Yeah, like I said, unfortunately they weren't able to step up and take their control, which they needed. And then I thought that they would be quite well because of how close that first HP was. But GG and well done to Psychosis now going through and carrying on in the winner's bracket. And I'm sure we'll soon get to be seeing the Avengers in that losers bracket run. I don't know if we'll be playing them, but if we will, I'm sure it's going to be another great game. And yeah, it will be a very interesting game, but I'm looking forward to seeing Psychosis do this. They stepped up. You can see they've learned some more things on their respawn, so it's good to see them picking up their ones that they struggled and then continuing with their strong showing on S&D.
No, for sure. I mean, what a match we just saw. I mean, Psychosis going full send, chat's going crazy. I mean, reversing Jube destroying players even when casting.
That's exactly right, you are correct.
Caster is a bit intense. He's a 14-year-old COD veteran. Alright. Helix is mad. Nah man, shook. But imagine a scenario comes through, just one score streak too early and full reverse sweep. That would be crazy. But
That's what I'm saying. I'm a brutally honest person. My parents brought me up to tell the truth, and if you're gonna do something dumb, I'm gonna tell you did something dumb.
no, but fortunately for Psychosis, everything
They were
worked
able to
out.
step back exactly, and
Everything
I
worked out
I
perfectly.
sang their praise the whole time. They played well. They did everything, but that's where you have to learn that little mistake costs you in a game where it's a closer situation.
Truth. Just some constructive criticism going out from our one and only Jube co-caster we had here. But yeah, and that's all she wrote in the Atlantic Esports League. The winners bracket, round 2, if I'm not mistaken.
That was round one
Round
game.
1 game.
They will be going to their round 2, I think, tomorrow. Do not quote me on that.
Well, some great plays going out. Psychosis going full send, winning a 3-0 against the Avengers. Let's take a quick moment and just thank all the casters and co-casters. We've got on Twitch Project Ecstasy. We've got Jen Fatcat, yours truly String Slinger 94. We've got Beyond, or Jason Beyond, one of the co-casters. We've got Bash Stream on Twitch, as well as our one and only Jube, the honest frog. Or what nickname can we give to you?
I don't know. All I know is everyone says I just got the biggest ego.
The
So
honest monster.
there we go. The honest monster, the ego challa, whatever you want to call me. Go for it. I don't care.
But anyways, GG's to both teams out there. Just great plays. We'll see them again in the losers bracket. Again, you guys will probably be playing the Avengers in the losers, right?
I honestly have no idea how this tournament works. It's some funky business with how the seedings work. So
Okay.
I'll have to go look at it. But from what I can tell, we are playing yes, we'll be playing Avengers first round there because with our loss there, we go into them. So we'll be playing them tomorrow, as far as I understand. It's game 7.
All right, awesome. Naja saying, "Oh, wait, great casting." Reverse, thanks for the cast. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Donnie saying, haha, Jube the Ego. That's the name. Jube the Ego. Guys, Jube is... Go check him out on Twitch as well. He's a phenomenal caster, phenomenal player as well. I mean, once you get to know him, he's not that bad. He's dead honest. He's dead honest. Nice guy. But anyways, on that bombshell, I'm going to say goodbye to all you guys. Thank you so much for joining us in the Atlantic Esports League. We're having fun. I hope you guys are having fun as well. We got some big matches coming up this week as well. So stay tuned. Go check out all the socials. We've got the Atlantic Esports YouTube channel. We've got the Twitter Atlantic Esports _ and we've got the Atlantic _Esports _ League on Instagram. Go check us out, give us a follow, and a big thank you for Lifeline Gaming for being the event sponsor. All right.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me as well. It was a
big
great
pleasure.
day.
It's a big pleasure having you here, and we'll definitely be seeing more of you guys in the next one.
Definitely. Sounds great.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good one, and cheers and peace out. I love you all. Goodbye.
Down, waxed out, taxed out, maxed out till you fucking black out. Black out, taxed out, waxed out till you motherfucking maxed out. Getting maxed out. Master.